What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and I do want to say thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for understanding that AI now runs YouTube, and it is allowing cryptocurrency content, discussions, news, and educational content about crypto, blockchain technology, NFTs, and so on. So that's all that this video is. It's not a promise, promotion, suggestion, recommendation, or guarantee of any kind. It is simply you and I discussing the latest news surrounding crypto, and specifically Shiba Inu coin. So let's do just that. Now it says the Shiba Inu coin price enters a tight consolidation as volatility is dropping. Shiba Inu coin is currently trading below key resistance levels amid stalling momentum. Now we're going to go through this article, but first let's set the stage, okay? A level of 11 extreme fear. People are unwilling, traditionally, to buy risky assets when they are fearful. And Shiba Inu coin, being a meme coin, is among the riskiest. Altcoin season, this is getting interesting. Altcoin season is actually up to a level of 37. Now, this means that altcoins are beginning to outperform Bitcoin. Clearly, Bitcoin is still dominant. It's got a $1.3 trillion market cap. But being at a level of 32 yesterday to a level of 37 today, they've been outperforming Bitcoin at least over the last 24 hours. But altcoin season is not here yet, right? Altcoin season doesn't really begin until we get back up above a level of 50. It's kind of hard to say. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're outperforming Bitcoin. They're increasing their performance against Bitcoin, right? They're accelerating against Bitcoin right now. And then the RSI is currently oversold because of yesterday's decline at a level of 38. So the overall market looks like it may have bottomed out, being in oversold territory with altcoins rising against Bitcoin here. And of course, the 11 Fear and Greed Index is a very low number compared to where we've been in the past. Now, if you look at Shiba Inu coin's price action, still seems very negative. We tried to rally off of these 500 point per coin lows, came up to 700 points per coin, but of course gave back those gains as Bitcoin bounced off 71,000 and Bitcoin back down to 66,000 now. Shiba Inu coin sitting at 600 points per coin. Now, this is the tight trading range, right? Essentially hitting these lower highs, lower lows, and consolidating down into this wedge area. Let's see what these analysts believe about whether or not Shiba Inu coin can break through. It says Shiba Inu coin is showing clear signs of consolidation. The meme-based cryptocurrency is settled into a narrow trading range, with volatility dropping to some of its lowest levels in recent months. Price swings that once defined Shiba Inu coin's market behavior have largely disappeared. What remains is flat, directionless market with shrinking candle bodies and declining volume, a pattern that typically precedes a significant move in either direction. Now, this is where it gets interesting in my opinion, because typically when you've got these declining volume, shrinking candle bodies, and directionless movement, everybody wants to give up. And they do, because retail traders are very emotional. And when that emotion causes them to quit, that's typically when we see a very nice spike. Now, Shiba Inu coin has done this several times in the past. After consolidating for essentially years during the bear market of 2022 into 2023, boom, out of nowhere, Shiba Inu coin came alive again. In 2021, after consolidating for months, boom, Shiba Inu coin came alive. Now, it's absolutely incredible because these people consider you lucky if you're buying in this area. You're lucky if you're buying in this area. You will be lucky if you're buying in this area, and the same pattern repeats itself. Now, it doesn't feel like luck right now. Let me tell you, it's very, very difficult to ignore the emotion. I feel the same level of fear that you guys do, okay? I don't know. Right? I don't know if tomorrow Bitcoin's going to be down to $40,000. I don't know if Ethereum's going to be back down to $1,100. Nobody knows what tomorrow brings. But I have to convince myself that the digital asset industry has grown phenomenally over the last decade, and it's going to grow exponentially faster over the next decade. And because of that, I am positioning myself to be successful in the future. Not yesterday, tomorrow. And the only way to do that is to follow the logic, stick to a plan, and absolutely follow through.